What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. That's right, I'm wearing something else. I went for a nice bike ride, got fresh, took a shower, wearing a different outfit, and I did that because I needed to kind of clear my head. So as you guys know, we've dropped quite a bit of content in the last 3 days. Maybe it's been 2 days. I can't even keep count anymore, but it's been an obscene amount. And the reason why I'm doing that, obviously, is because I want to get as much out there to you guys as possible so there's less mistakes being made from my own experiences. But I want to do something that I haven't done yet, and that is kind of talk about the event. So what I'm going to do, guys, going forward on this channel is every event that comes out, I'm going to go ahead and play through that event. I'll give you my initial thoughts when it comes out. I haven't had a chance to do that with this one. Then I'll give you my final thoughts when the event is over. Now, as you guys are aware, the Monster Invasion is almost done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this thoroughly from top to bottom, from the pros and cons, and we're going to start off with the actual timing of the event. So the pro on the timing of the event was the fact that it introduced a collaboration that a lot of people wanted to see, and it brought in a lot of like many new players. People who are fans of Capcom, Monster Hunter, really just wanted to see a Monster Hunter event happen in this game. So for that, I give them kudos. Where the con in this is the event itself, from a timing perspective, because of the way the business model is structured, is a complete failure. And I say this wholeheartedly, guys, and I hope the devs are listening, and I hope Crunchyroll, I know you're not a part of this whole conversation because really you don't have any involvement in this game outside of just being on your platform, but when you introduce something this big so early, after you've done nothing but hype your game up and you've built such a hardcore core base of players, and then you introduce an event like this to hype it up even more, your business model needs to be stronger. And what I mean by that is you guys dropped the ball on how you handled this. The timing for the event was epic. You guys, like, Monster Hunter collaboration was something that everyone looked forward to. But I want to dive into the business model. Rather than bringing in more players, chances are you brought in more temporary players, and as soon as they found out what was the business model behind getting Monster Hunter Ken or Gore Magala Ken, they quickly left. So not only did you garner a small player base to come here, but you've also lost them all at the same time because of the way you handled it. Not to mention, you probably lost your hardcore players as well. I've seen myself personally up to $500,000 of refunds from whales. So your timing couldn't have been worse. You should have brought out Akuma first, someone that was more free-to-play friendly to get, and I hope you don't drop the ball on that one, and we'll get into that as a whole different topic. But you guys should have brought something more free-to-play friendly to keep your players growing stronger, and then you could have introduced a complete pay-to-win character after you've given us something that we can salivate over from a wallet-saving perspective. So from a timing perspective, guys, the collaboration was great, but your business model sucked. Alright, I'm going to jump on to something else now. Let's talk about Ken himself. Ken as a character gets an A+. Absolute powerhouse character. Like, if you have not seen my thorough showcase of him, go back and watch it. You'll see why. I'm not going to explain why, because you can watch the full breakdown of that video. Plus, he sits as my top 2 units right now in the game for pay to win. A+ for the character. You get an absolute F for the way you handled us getting him. Your compensation of us getting fragments, 2 fragments a day, yay, and a free Ken will never make up for the fact that you put a bad taste in whales' mouths and free-to-play players' mouths, okay? Not only was he up to $1,000 for Canadians, but to fully max him out, some people paid up to $3,000, right? Now, it's amazing that people can use him as a mercenary and that he is available for free-to-play friends to use, but it's inexcusable for anything pixel related to cost that much money. It's absolutely crazy. If I wasn't a content creator, if I wasn't able to redeem this later as a tax thing, or I put this towards my year-end funds, I would have never touched this with a stick. I've seen whales get disgusted, and it's weird to see mega whales be like, what? I'm not doing this. It's really hard to turn off your whales when you're introducing a collab character that everybody wants. On top of that, you guys only allowed people to use him for 3 days. The event is much longer than that. So what is everybody supposed to do, guys? People that can't pay 2 months of rent to get this character to where he's useful for events like this big, what do you expect them to do? Well, you should have made this for the full event. You should have let people use Ken for the full event for free. That's how you should have handled this. So an absolute blunder when it came down to your business model yet again on how to acquire Ken and the cost and the fact that you didn't even allow free-to-play players to use the trial Ken for the duration of the event. All right. Now moving on to the monster invasion itself. I love this. This was incredible to me. The shadow invasion portal to get extra rewards was something that was extremely useful and quite honestly welcoming. So I love this part. You get an A+ for that. Okay? The missions, easy to do. Didn't require anything. An absolute pleasure to do this every day. Getting the rewards, again, super easy to do. Time limited wishes, you guys could work on that next time. Whether they're rigged or not, I'm not going to get into that. Everybody has seen Hayes' videos and other people's videos, and there's conversation all about what this event did, guys, is you separated your community. You separated your content creators. You had people have drama over this for no reason. Number one, this should be way cheaper. All right? And number two, this should be way more accessible to get these wishes. It was absolutely a blunder, again, on your part for this. And again, Ken costing 1K just to get to SSS was nutty. Nutty. So a big F for that. The hunt itself was great. I enjoyed the event. But what are you guys thinking? I love the Y Academy assist. I love the intel. That was fine. But you guys made the HP of this dragon so much that your whales not only had to pay for Ken at full price, but then had to spend all of their gems just to get the friggin' frames. Like, blew my mind. You guys understand the amount of gems I've spent to help the community down these dragons? And I'm done. I can't keep doing it. And I'm telling you, the whales feel the same way. So, devs, if you expect the whales to carry your free-to-play players after you remove the trial Ken for them to lose all of their damage, then you guys better scale this back. After the 3-day trial, these dragons should have been way easier to kill for everybody. There should be way less EXP. Like, we should not have to struggle killing these dragons on the last day for the 6th dragon. There should have been like 7 or 8 dragons for people to be able to use those free wishes to get more Kens. So this was an absolute F. Love the event. Absolute F in your business model yet again. Supplies, listen, this is fine. The chef restaurant, you guys are crazy. Y'all crazy. I don't even pay this much for real steak. Like, nutty. Prizes were great. I'm not going to lie to you. The prize previews were fantastic. Like, the great prizes in here. But to pay the amount of money people paid for these fake steaks is crazy. Again, good execution on the prizes, absolute failure on the business model. So, guys, my overall grade on this is going to be an F. You guys completely dropped the ball on this one. And not to say the event's not fun, not to say that I didn't enjoy the event, but you guys put a bad taste on the entire community's mouth. You guys separated content creators' love from one another. You guys segregated people. You guys made people quit. You guys probably had the worst refund fiasco I've ever seen in my life. And I can personally say that this is something I hope never happens in the future. And if it does, you guys obviously are not learning and understanding what your players want. So again, this is my opinion on it, guys. We've got 9 hours left to down this dragon. Am I going to put more effort and diamonds into it? Maybe. I'll see how we are closer to it. But so far, I probably put easily 15 to 20k worth of diamonds into this dragon just to help you guys out. So I'm done with it. So yeah, Crunchyroll Games, Tencent, whoever else is really running this as devs. I know it's not Crunchyroll, obviously. And Capcom. I really hope you guys learn from these mistakes. I hope you guys don't mess up the Akuma release, and I'll be covering that shortly in terms of why I have not talked about him, because I think people who are covering Akuma right now are just pulling at strings at any possible way to get views, and it's kind of crazy to me. But yeah, that's my grade, guys. You get a big F. Please learn from this mistake. Do better. Be better for your community and your players and your whales and your free-to-play community, guys. We don't expect much. We just want some fairness, and I think that's a fair thing to ask. All right, guys, this is Payne. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon.